Sophia, the daughter of a highly successful CEO, was curious about the true work ethic of her family's company. Despite the luxurious life she led, she wanted to understand what really went on behind the scenes. So, she decided to go undercover, not as an executive, but as a cleaner. Dressed in simple clothes and carrying a cleaning bucket, Sophia entered the office early one morning. Her plan was to observe the employees without anyone knowing her real identity. She wanted to see if the staff was truly dedicated or just coasting through their days. As Sophia moved quietly through the office corridors, she carefully watched the employees at their desks. To her surprise, many seemed distracted, some were chatting on personal phones, others were browsing social media, and a few were even taking extended breaks in the lounge. It was clear that not everyone was putting in their best effort. One particular group caught her attention. Instead of focusing on their tasks, they were laughing loudly and ignoring urgent emails that had just come in. Sophia's heart sank a little. She knew her father expected this company to run like a well-oiled machine, with every employee committed to excellence. But it wasn't all bad. She noticed a few dedicated workers who stayed focused despite the chaos around them. These employees quietly helped each other and went the extra mile to meet deadlines. Sophia made mental notes of everyone's behavior, determined to share her observations with her father. As the day went on, Sophia's undercover mission gave her a clearer picture of the company's strengths and weaknesses. She realized that some employees needed a wake-up call, while others deserved recognition for their hard work. With this knowledge, she was already planning the next step, one that would shake up the entire team. At the end of the day, Sophia returned the cleaning supplies to the supply closet and slipped out of her disguise. Back in her usual clothes, she sat down in a quiet corner of the office and reviewed all the notes she had taken. It was clear that the company's image of smooth operation didn't match the reality she had witnessed. The next morning, Sophia requested a private meeting with the CEO, her father. She shared everything she had seen, the distracted employees, the lack of accountability, and a few shining examples of dedication. Her father listened carefully, impressed by her initiative and honesty. Together, they decided that immediate action was necessary. Sophia's father agreed that some staff members needed to be held accountable for their lack of effort, as it affected the company's overall success and reputation. But he also emphasized the importance of fairness and giving people a chance to improve. Sophia felt a surge of determination. She knew that change wouldn't be easy, but it was essential. Over the next few days, she prepared a plan to meet with the employees individually, discuss her findings, and offer support where needed, but also make it clear that continued poor performance would not be tolerated. The day of the meetings arrived, and the atmosphere in the office shifted. Employees sensed that something was different. Sophia's direct but compassionate approach surprised many. Those who had been slacking were shocked to hear the truth so candidly, while the hardworking ones felt validated for their efforts. By the end of the week, Sophia had made some tough decisions. A few employees were let go, shocking the company but sending a clear message that dedication was expected. Others were given clear goals and resources to help them improve. This bold move sparked a wave of motivation throughout the company. Sophia's undercover mission had uncovered uncomfortable truths, but it also paved the way for a stronger, more committed team. And for the first time, Sophia truly felt connected to the family business, not just as a CEO's daughter, but as a leader who stood for excellence. In the weeks that followed, Sophia and her father closely monitored the changes within the company. The atmosphere was noticeably different. There was a renewed sense of purpose and energy in the air. Employees who had once coasted now approached their work with fresh enthusiasm, inspired by the clear expectations and the example set by leadership. Sophia made it a point to personally check in with those who had shown improvement, offering praise and encouragement. She organized small team meetings to foster communication and collaboration, helping employees feel more connected to the company's mission. Gradually, the culture began to shift from complacency to accountability and pride. However, the transformation wasn't without challenges. Some former employees who had been dismissed tried to spread negativity outside the company, and a few remaining staff members felt uneasy with the stricter oversight. Sophia faced tough questions and criticism, but she remained confident in the decisions made. To address concerns, she held an open forum where employees could voice their thoughts and suggestions. This transparent approach helped to ease tensions and allowed the leadership to better understand employee needs. It also reinforced that the company valued its people, but expected commitment in return. The company's performance metrics soon reflected the cultural shift. Productivity increased, client satisfaction improved, and the overall work environment became healthier. Sophia's bold undercover experiment had not only exposed weaknesses but also sparked a powerful revival. Reflecting on her experience, Sophia realized that leadership required courage, empathy, and a willingness to confront difficult truths. Her journey from disguised cleaner to respected leader had transformed not only the company but also herself. And as she stood looking out over the busy office floor one afternoon, she felt proud, not just as a CEO's daughter, but as someone who had made a real difference. Months passed, and the company continued to thrive under the new culture that Sophia and her father had worked hard to build. The employees who had once been disengaged now took ownership of their roles, and the overall morale skyrocketed. Sophia's decision to step into the trenches and see the business from a different perspective had proved invaluable. One day, Sophia was invited to speak at a company-wide meeting. Standing in front of a crowd of employees, she shared her story, how going undercover as a cleaner had opened her eyes to the realities behind the polished facade. She spoke honestly about the challenges she faced and the tough choices that had to be made. Her vulnerability resonated deeply with the team. Many employees approached her afterward, thanking her for her transparency and expressing renewed commitment to their work. Sophia's courage to lead by example inspired others to reflect on their own contributions and strive for excellence. But Sophia didn't stop there. She launched several initiatives aimed at supporting employee growth, such as training programs, mentorship opportunities, and wellness activities. She believed that a company's success was directly tied to how much it invested in its people. The results spoke for themselves. Not only did the company's profits increase, but employee turnover dropped significantly. The once hidden problems had been addressed head-on, and the team emerged stronger and more united than ever. Sophia's experience also sparked conversations beyond the company walls. Her story was shared in industry circles as an example of innovative leadership and the power of walking in someone else's shoes to gain perspective. Looking back, Sophia knew that the risks she took were worth it. By embracing honesty, accountability, and empathy, she had helped build a company culture where everyone could thrive, and that legacy was the greatest success of all. As the months turned into a year, Sophia's leadership continued to shape the company in profound ways. The changes she initiated reached beyond productivity numbers and employee satisfaction, they began influencing how the company was perceived in the broader business community. Sophia was invited to speak at conferences and leadership seminars, sharing her journey of going undercover and the lessons learned from that experience. Her story became a beacon for aspiring leaders who wanted to foster authentic, inclusive, and motivated workplaces. She emphasized the importance of humility, reminding audiences that no role in a company was too small to be valued. Within the company, Sophia made sure the culture of transparency and accountability remained strong. She encouraged open dialogue between management and staff and implemented regular feedback sessions. This allowed problems to be addressed early and solutions to be crafted collaboratively. Sophia also championed diversity in hiring and leadership development. She believed that a wide range of perspectives was essential for innovation and resilience. By creating opportunities for employees from different backgrounds to grow and contribute, the company not only strengthened its team but also expanded its creative potential. One memorable initiative was the introduction of a Voice of the Employee program, where staff could anonymously submit ideas, concerns, or praise. This program helped leaders stay connected to the real pulse of the company and fostered a culture where every voice mattered. Despite the challenges of managing growth and change, Sophia never lost sight of the lessons she learned during her undercover days. She maintained her hands-on approach, often spending time alongside employees in various roles to stay grounded and understand their experiences firsthand. Her dedication inspired loyalty and respect across all levels of the company. Employees knew that Sophia genuinely cared about their success and well-being, and that motivated them to give their best every day. Through her visionary leadership and unwavering commitment, Sophia transformed not just a company, but a community. Her journey, from disguised cleaner to influential leader, became a powerful example of how empathy, courage, and integrity can drive meaningful change. As the company flourished under Sophia's guidance, she realized the importance of balancing ambition with sustainability. She understood that lasting success wasn't just about hitting quarterly goals but building a foundation that could support growth for years to come. To that end, Sophia initiated a series of workshops focused on leadership development and emotional intelligence. She believed that cultivating strong interpersonal skills among managers was key to creating a supportive and productive work environment. These workshops encouraged empathy, active listening, and effective communication, skills that had been essential in her own journey from undercover cleaner to executive. Sophia also prioritized mental health and wellness programs, recognizing that the well-being of employees was critical to maintaining high performance. She introduced flexible work options, wellness challenges, and access to counseling services. These efforts showed employees that the company valued them as whole individuals, not just workers. The impact of these programs was profound. Employee engagement surveys revealed higher satisfaction rates, and absenteeism decreased significantly. The company became known as a place where people were not only challenged professionally but cared for personally. Sophia's commitment to community involvement also grew stronger. She launched initiatives that encouraged employees to volunteer and give back, fostering a sense of purpose beyond the office walls. This helped build a positive company image and strengthened bonds among the team. Through all these efforts, Sophia maintained an open-door policy, welcoming feedback and ideas from employees at every level. She believed that the best innovations often came from those closest to the day-to-day work. Her leadership style, a blend of humility, accountability, and genuine care, became a defining feature of the company's identity. Sophia's willingness to listen and adapt kept the organization agile and resilient in the face of challenges. Looking back on her journey, Sophia felt grateful for the lessons learned during her undercover experience. It had taught her that true leadership requires walking alongside your team, understanding their challenges, and inspiring them to reach their fullest potential. And as the company continued to grow, Sophia knew that the most important work was yet to come. As the company continued to evolve, Sophia faced new challenges that tested her leadership in unexpected ways. The business landscape was shifting rapidly, with new competitors entering the market and technology changing how work was done. Sophia knew that staying ahead required innovation, adaptability, and a united team. To address these challenges, she spearheaded the creation of a cross-functional innovation task force. This group brought together employees from different departments, backgrounds, and experience levels to brainstorm fresh ideas and tackle problems collaboratively. Sophia believed that diversity of thought was a critical driver of innovation and made sure every voice was heard. The task force quickly identified areas where technology could improve efficiency and customer satisfaction. Sophia supported investment in new software tools and training programs to help employees adapt to these changes. She also emphasized the importance of ongoing learning, encouraging staff to pursue professional development opportunities. Meanwhile, Sophia kept a close eye on company culture, ensuring that the pressure to innovate didn't erode the supportive environment they had worked hard to build. She regularly checked in with teams to understand their concerns and celebrate their successes. One notable success came when an employee's idea from the task force led to a new product feature that boosted client engagement. Sophia personally recognized the team behind the idea, reinforcing the value of collaboration and creativity. Despite these victories, Sophia remained humble and open to feedback. She understood that leadership was a continuous journey, requiring flexibility and resilience. She sought mentorship from experienced leaders outside the company and encouraged her leadership team to do the same. At the same time, Sophia expanded the company's outreach programs, partnering with local schools and organizations to inspire the next generation of leaders and entrepreneurs. She believed that investing in the community was not only socially responsible but also essential for long-term success. Through all these initiatives, Sophia's vision for the company remained clear: to build a workplace where people felt empowered, valued, and motivated to do their best work. Her undercover experience had taught her that true leadership wasn't about titles or appearances, it was about understanding people, leading with integrity, and fostering a culture of excellence. As Sophia looked toward the future, she was confident that with her team by her side, the company was ready to meet whatever challenges lay ahead. As the company entered its next phase of growth, Sophia realized that scaling the culture they had worked so hard to build would be one of her greatest challenges. Growth often comes with growing pains, and she was determined to ensure that the company's core values, integrity, accountability, and compassion, remained at the heart of everything they did. To tackle this, Sophia introduced a mentorship program designed to pair experienced employees with newer hires. This initiative aimed to foster connection, knowledge sharing, and a sense of belonging. Mentors helped guide newcomers through their early days, while mentors brought fresh perspectives and enthusiasm to the teams. Sophia also revamped the company's onboarding process, making it more engaging and reflective of the company's culture. New employees now participated in interactive sessions where leadership shared the company's history, mission, and expectations. Sophia herself occasionally joined these sessions, sharing her story firsthand to inspire and motivate. Recognizing that leadership starts at every level, Sophia expanded leadership training beyond managers to include emerging leaders within teams. These programs focused not only on technical skills but also on emotional intelligence, conflict resolution, and decision-making under pressure. Sophia believed that empowering employees to lead in their own roles would strengthen the entire organization. Meanwhile, Sophia remained hands-on, frequently visiting departments and engaging in conversations with employees. These moments allowed her to stay connected to the day-to-day realities of the business and demonstrate that leadership was approachable and involved. However, maintaining this culture required continuous effort. Sophia encouraged teams to set their own goals aligned with company values, giving them ownership over their progress. Regular town halls and feedback sessions ensured transparency and kept communication lines open. One memorable moment came when a team celebrated surpassing a challenging target by dedicating their success to the company's renewed spirit of teamwork and mutual respect. Sophia joined the celebration, proud to see how far they had come. Outside the company, Sophia continued to build strategic partnerships and explore new markets, always mindful that growth should never come at the expense of the company's people or principles. Looking back on her undercover experience, Sophia recognized it as the catalyst for a leadership style that was authentic, inclusive, and results-driven. She was excited for the future but grounded in the belief that the company's greatest asset would always be its people. As the company matured, Sophia's vision of a strong, people-centered culture became a reality. Employee engagement scores reached new highs, and the company began receiving recognition for its workplace environment from industry groups and media alike. Sophia understood that this success was not hers alone but the result of collective effort. She made sure to celebrate team achievements regularly, hosting events and award ceremonies that recognized both individual contributions and collaborative wins. These celebrations helped reinforce a culture where every role was valued. One challenge Sophia faced was maintaining this momentum during busy periods when deadlines and targets put pressure on everyone. To manage this, she introduced wellness days and encouraged flexible scheduling, showing that productivity and employee health could coexist. Sophia also remained committed to transparency. She kept employees informed about company goals, challenges, and financial health through regular updates. This openness built trust and allowed the team to feel invested in the company's future. Innovation continued to thrive, fueled by the cross-functional teams Sophia had created. New product launches and process improvements kept the company competitive and responsive to client needs. Sophia's leadership journey, from undercover cleaner to celebrated CEO, became a case study for how empathy, accountability, and courage could transform a business. She often mentored young professionals, encouraging them to embrace challenges and lead with integrity. Reflecting on her path, Sophia knew that the most important lesson was to never underestimate the power of walking alongside your team. By understanding their experiences and challenges firsthand, she had built a company where everyone could succeed. With a bright future ahead, Sophia remained ready to face whatever came next, always grounded in the belief that strong leadership was about serving others and inspiring greatness. Sophia's journey had come full circle. From stepping into the role of a cleaner to observe her company from the ground up, to becoming a transformative leader respected by all, her story was one of growth, courage, and vision. The changes she initiated had not only improved the company's bottom line but had created a workplace where people felt valued, empowered, and motivated. Employees took pride in their work and in being part of a team that supported one another. Sophia continued to lead with humility, always open to learning and evolving. She understood that leadership was an ongoing journey, one that required listening, empathy, and the willingness to make difficult decisions for the greater good. Her father, proud of the woman she had become, often told her that her undercover mission was the best decision the company ever made. It had brought to light the realities that needed attention and sparked a wave of positive change that strengthened the entire organization. Looking ahead, Sophia planned to expand her efforts beyond the company, advocating for leadership that values people and fosters integrity across industries. Her experience had shown that success built on respect and accountability was sustainable and fulfilling. As she walked through the bustling office one afternoon, greeted by smiling colleagues and a vibrant atmosphere, Sophia smiled, knowing that her bold decision to go undercover had created a lasting legacy. Not just for the company, but for herself. Her story was proof that real leadership comes from understanding others, acting with courage, and inspiring excellence every step of the way.